All right. Well, my name is Janice Trude, and I am a global national sales director for Mary Kay Cosmetics. And so excited that you can be on and hear about what the next generation of Mary Kay is. And so, for me, I've been with the company for over 39 years, and I came in when I was 22. But we didn't have social media, we didn't have Zoom. Zoom was going fast in a car. We didn't have any of the things that you all have today. And now I look to the future of what is Mary Kay and the iconic almost 58-year-old company. And you guys really are the next generation. So I'm going to take you back, and I'd like you to share, like, you went to college. What was your brainchild? What were you thinking, Maddie? What did you, where did you go to college for? Give me your background of that first. Can you guys both do that? So go for it, Maddie.
Yeah, absolutely. I started, I think, as every college student does, like not really sure what I was going into. I knew I was business minded. I wanted to be in the business, but I changed my degree, 85 times before I finally decided on getting an accounting degree and a finance degree. And that's really my college experience. I graduated in 3.5 years and then had both of those degrees that I currently and never have on used in the actual field, but I definitely use some of those things in my Mary Kay business.
Yeah, well, I think the experiences of college are always good because it really helps you to deal with a lot of people. Caitlin, what about you? What is your college background there also too?
Yeah, so funny that Maddie said she graduated 3.5 years. I didn't know that, and I also graduated in 3.5 years. But I went and just also not knowing what I wanted to do. I wanted to get a degree in business marketing because I loved numbers. I also like people way too much. And so I love the marketing aspect of being able to talk to people and market a brand, market myself, which ultimately led me perfect into my Mary Kay business.
Great. Well, and just for all of you who are watching this, Caitlin and Maddie are part of a whole generation that's coming into Mary Kay of millennials. And I think it's important to address the next generation. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and hopefully you can kind of answer them any way you want. So Caitlin, why Mary Kay? Why this career? What was the attraction for you?
So for me, it was really the freedom and flexibility aspect of being able to work my own hours, be able to meet people, do what I wanted to do and make it my own thing without being confined behind a desk. I did have internships throughout college, but I also was working my Mary Kay business super part-time. And at the internships, it'd be a Friday afternoon. I love the lake. I love being on the boat. And I would be stuck there just going crazy. And like, oh my gosh, I would look around and be like, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like there has to be something else. And ultimately that's what led me to taking my Mary Kay business full time and really stepping out on that ledge and being like, you know what, I can do this. This is something that I can do forever and be really, really happy doing. And I think the pandemic showed us that multiple streams of income is important. So even as a part-time side hustle, it's great to be able to have that hope of paying for all the extra things and all the bachelorettes or having something fun to look forward to in addition to, your regular 9 to 5.
Right. Thanks, Caitlin. And Maddie, what about you? Why Mary Kay?
Yeah, well, like Caitlin, I worked my Mary Kay business throughout college. I actually was on the track to pursue accounting. I really thought that that was going to be my full-time career. And when I had sealed my internship with an accounting firm in the Indiana area, it actually a couple months later ended up falling through. And I took that as a huge sign of the Lord leading me into Mary Kay as a full-time career. And that's when my decision was really made of that's what I wanted to do full-time. And so during college, I ended up becoming a leader in the company and earning my very first car. And then when I graduated, I really took it one step further and just took it as my full-time career. So I loved the flexibility of it. I loved being able to weave it into a really busy college schedule. I worked 2 other jobs. I don't know why, when I was making way more money doing Mary Kay than I was at the coffee shop, but I also had an internship. And shortly after I graduated from college, I was getting married, and my husband is in medical school. And so we knew we would be moving somewhere, but we didn't know where. And so thinking about having to get a job in a new location 6 months after graduating just didn't seem realistic or ideal. And so the beauty of being able to move my business with his schooling wherever that takes us is super, super awesome for our lifestyle. So it really just weaved itself into our lifestyle perfectly.
Well, Maddie, I love that you just shared that you earned the car while you were in college. I mean, a lot of people are like, busy. I think one of the things that I look back at so many college students is the fact that there's times when you're studying and you don't have time. And then there's those free times that you can just weave it in. And what I'm hearing from both of you, it's really, I think what's important to your generation also is that freedom, flexibility, come and go, not 9 to 5, that. So let me ask you a question. Why Mary Kay? What drew you to Mary Kay versus something else, another type of company? Either one of you can go. Maddie, what drew you to Mary Kay?
For me, it was the longevity of the company, and just knowing, it's been around for 58 years. It's a solid multi-million-dollar company, debt-free, and it also the products, beauty, skincare, body care, cosmetics are all reusable products, or whatever that word is. So people wash them down the sink. They put them on, they wash them down the sink. And so they need more. And the whole philosophy behind Mary Kay isn't just to get, it isn't sales, it's serving your customers. It's building those relationships. And I love that opportunity to work with a women and build the relationship customers to where they continue coming back to you and continue loving you, and seeing that change in people's skin whenever they find a skincare routine that they like, or makeup that they actually enjoy wearing, and they light up and they keep reordering and stay with you forever.
That's great. Thanks, Caitlin. What about you, Maddie? And I hear that, is it true that you're kind of making finances there for while your husband's in school? How's that? I mean, why Mary Kay, and how did that all come about?
Yeah, so I'll echo everything that Caitlin said. I think all of that is super important. I also think the relationships are huge, especially, I mean, I didn't really know this before coming into Mary Kay, but now that I do know, moving to a new city where you know nobody, Mary Kay allows you to know a lot of people in a very short amount of time. So all you have to do is look up on your business profile and see what other Mary Kay people are in your area, and you have instant friends, which I think is really, really cool. But yeah, I am the only one bringing in income in our household right now, which is a blessing and a stressor, but being able to create my income and decide how much I want to make is super huge for us, because if I was working a job, I would need to know that I'm bringing in enough money to support the both of us and our family. So I think the flexibility and ability to create my own income is huge for where I'm at in my life right now.
Well, so basically you're helping pay through the medical school while you guys, well, yeah, all that is going on. So that's really huge. So, and share with me your thoughts about a lot of the things that Mary Kay is involved in, like giving back, or the recyclable, or any of those types of things, that are today. We didn't have those, obviously, when I joined. We didn't have the charitable foundations where we give back to cancer and domestic violence, and, all those opportunities, plus recyclable and that kind of stuff. So how important, Maddie, is that to you?
Yeah, I think it's really cool that we have not only the charitable foundation, but we also have Pink Doing Green. I know Caitlin knows a little bit more on the stats of the Pink Doing Green, so she might share about that. But the Charitable Foundation is such a cool organization that I partner with multiple times a year to do different things, especially in our local areas. So if you don't know anything about that, it is two main causes that Mary Kay really found near and dear to her heart. The first one being domestic violence, and the second one being cancers affecting women. And so Mary Kay donates millions of dollars each year to both of those causes, which is really, really cool. And the money is seen by those organizations where I don't know, a lot of times I feel like when things are donated, those actual organizations don't see a lot of the money. But from personal experience and the domestic violence shelter in our local town, I can tell you that money is super important to them. And it's just cool to see a company that is so big and so foundational still giving back, even though they're not obligated to do that in any way.
Thanks, Maddie. And Caitlin, you have the facts maybe a little bit.
Yeah. So for the Pink Doing Green, I love that. So Mary Kay has planted over 1 million trees through the recycle program. All of the products are actually manufactured here in Dallas And that land or that manufacturing facility is a zero landfill manufacturing facility. All the packaging is 100% biodegradable. And that facility is run off of 100% renewable energy. It's $100 million facility where we manufacture and we research all of our products. So we actually have 8 scientists on staff that, make all of our products, approve them. And we have over 1,500 patents, which I just think is really, really cool. So Mary Kay goes above and beyond our product standard, giving back to the environment, making sure that what we're doing is good for everyone. And so I love that you can really trust the products, trust where they're made, and know everything about it.
Well,
So-
also too, what you said was very important there about the research and development. So you hear today people saying, and I'm sure you hear it too, so is it Mary Kay for older women? What is the draw for all the millennials today? Mary Kay, my grandmother used Mary Kay, my mother used Mary Kay, and so here we are, a 58-year-old company. I'd love to know what you all think about that.
Oh, that is one of my most favorite things when people say that. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, it's a brand that you can trust. We're known for under promising and over delivering, but at the same time, like, girlfriend, our products have changed. Almost all of our products have come out with new lines, come out with new skincare formulas. Really, in the past, like 5 years, we've seen almost like entire flip. So the products are better than ever. I wish I knew the number of how many Good Housekeeping seal of approvals we have. Like, our products are amazing. Every time I put makeup on people's faces that maybe haven't used Mary Kay or have said comments like that before, they're always so blown away by the quality, and just the packaging is adorable. And same with our skincare too. It's won so many awards because it has stayed up to date. And not because it's still our old grandma's makeup.
Well, as you know, Allure has done a lot for us. Allure has done so much for us, and Allure is a big company out there. And then Bazaar Magazine and Cosmopolitan. And so our articles and our advertisement, of course, we launched many of our products in Good Morning America. And we've had Luis Costco as our main makeup artist, who is all over the internet, a global makeup artist, famous, and ran, Project Runway for 6 years. So, Maddie, what do you have to say on that topic?
I think it's funny, but I also think it's really cool to support a company. Like, how many companies do you know that you have products for people that are in their teens all the way up to, when they're 100? We have products for every age category, and I don't think you see that a lot. So no matter what age you are, it doesn't matter. You can use the products, you can become a leader in the company. People as young as 18 are doing it. And I just saw the other day, somebody that was 92 just became a leader in the company. So I think it's really, really cool to see both ends of the spectrum in that sense.
Okay, I have a social media question. So obviously, Facebook, well, I didn't have any of these things. I had no book. Okay. So, we had nothing. And of course, today's there's Instagram, and now I'm seeing TikTok, and then we have Facebook and social media. How big is social media, and how much do you all do on social media, Caitlin?
Oh my gosh, social media has completely changed the game for us. And I think that's another reason why we're not still our grandma's makeup. We're a brand with a purpose. And social media has just allowed us to connect with so many people. And I think that one of the biggest questions I get is, when people come in, they're like, do I have to post all over my, social media? And I'm like, no, but social media does give you the opportunity to stay connected with people from college, people way back when, people in private groups, that isn't just blasting it all over. Never want anyone to do that. But it's given us that opportunity. I did a party, where I sent spa packets, and over Thanksgiving, one of my customers got together with like her aunts and her grandmas and their neighbors. And I zoomed in, they were in Oregon, and they had me on Zoom at their table, and they were all doing face masks. And it was just so much fun to be able to do that and to be able with them. And now I have all those customers in Oregon that I would have never met before if we wouldn't have had technology and social media and all of those things.
Yeah, Maddie, what do you do? I mean, I'm seeing everything today, TikTok, I'm seeing everything. So I'm watching everybody all over the place. So what is social media for you and how big a part does that play in this?
Yeah, well, I'm not quite on TikTok. I haven't jumped on that train yet. But maybe I need to get there. I still have lots of learning to do on social media. I know I'm like the Gen Z millennial cusp there. But I still have some learning to do. But I think it's allowed us a whole new door of opportunities that we didn't have 10, even 5 years ago. I don't even think it was as big as it is right now. So just like Caitlin said, I had somebody reach out to me yesterday from Hawaii, and I'm going to send her a little sample pack. We're going to do a little fun pampering session with her and her sister. But if she would have reached out to me a few years ago and been like, can you fly out to Hawaii and come do a facial for me? I would have been like, you are absolutely insane. No, I cannot do that. So I think it's just opened a whole new door and a whole new perspective of doing business.
Yeah, I think the platform today, you have two platforms. You have your face-to-face and of course you have virtual. And now we have opened up, like you said, a whole new door, of with all of these things. Okay, last question, apps. We have a lot of apps. One of the apps is a skin analyzer. One is the Mirror Me, where you can hold your phone up and you can actually transfer the red lip color onto your lips. That's some of the crazy apps we have. Maddie, what do you have a couple favorite apps? I don't know.
I love the skin analyzer one, just because sometimes people are skeptical and they're like, do I actually need that? But when something else is telling them it and they actually scan their face and see like, oh yeah, like I see where it's talking about. It also allows that before and after aspect of not just taking an actual before and after picture, but focusing in on like their fine lines and wrinkles, or if they have uneven skin tone or whatever it may be. That app really helps them to see the before and then the after in those aspects too. So I love the skin analyzer app. I love that it kind of suggests a skincare routine. It also makes me confident in what I'm suggesting. If I'm not quite sure what to suggest for them, it just backs me up in that aspect as well. But we have a lot of cool apps, but skin analyzer might be my favorite.
Yeah, that's great. Caitlin, do you have a favorite app or is that your favorite app too?
Oh, that's definitely my favorite app to share with customers. But I think that Mary Kay is just because they make so many apps for us as consultants. And it allows us to take our business anywhere we want. So if we have our phone, we have all of our customers in our My Customers app. We have all of their skincare preferences, their makeup preferences, the products that they use. It allows us to drop ship products right to them so we can be on vacation or be anywhere, taking just as good care of our customers and servicing, whoever we want right from our phones. So that's probably my favorite thing about all the apps.
What you just said is very true. I see today so many of you guys out there with your phone, delivery, pressing buttons, and there goes the product delivered. And then, okay, now she's my customer. Okay, now I just sent her a sample now. I mean, literally, it's amazing. And so I just want to say that I'm excited as I head out of Mary Kay in a few years and knowing that you guys will take over the company. Oh my gosh, it seems so surreal. Like yesterday I was 22 and I don't know how I got old, but anyway, that does happen. But you guys really have so many great opportunities. We still have the cars, we still have so many more programs and so much more available to you all. I think you guys can move so fast. So is there any last thing you would like to share, Caitlin?
Oh my gosh. I would just did mention the cars, and the cars are the biggest blessing that we haven't even mentioned. To drive for free, a car that you earned and be so proud of that is just such a cool thing. But I just think that my favorite thing is the endless opportunity, and here's my puppy, the endless opportunities of hope, and being able to make the money that you want and that you deserve. That's why Mary Kay started the company, 58 years ago, and why it's still going so strong today.
Thanks, Caitlin. What about you, Maddie?
Yeah, I think it's important to know what an amazing, I mean, I'm sure you've already caught on to that, but what an amazing company Mary Kay is, and the way that they treat us is truly unlike anything I've ever seen before. They treat us like family, and they really pamper us and make us feel recognized for the things that we're doing, and the way that we're impacting lives, I think is important to know.
Well, I think today with the freedom and flexibility, no territories, no quotas, 50% profit, all the great things that we have, it is a great company. And I'm just, it is really, I'm just excited that you guys are going to be the next generation, because I think we look and we want to see, we want to leave a legacy behind. And I feel comfortable leaving Mary Kay in all of your hands, because I just feel like you're going to be the greatest generation. So I just want to thank you, Maddie and Caitlin, for your time today. For an opportunity to just share from your heart about this wonderful company. So I just want to thank you guys for that. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for that, because I just know how amazing this company is. And I just want to thank you for your time today, you guys. Okay. So
Yes, well,
thank
thank you so much,
you.
Janice, for having us on. And we hope that whoever is listening to this feels inspired and impacted. And if you've thought about bringing in something on the side, and that we make 50% and get paid on the spot, because that's huge. So
Yeah. Thanks, Maddie. Thanks, Caitlin. Thanks, Maddie, you guys. All right, you guys have a great day.